Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you're a return subscriber, you know I love you already. Thank you for always coming back. Okay, all right, so today again I have my husband with me. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Wole Ayodele Fash, and I'm glad to be back here.
We are glad to have you here.
I'm not doing.
Anyways guys, so today we want to continue. In our last video we answered one of the questions that our subscribers asked, and today we'll be answering. We're supposed to answer to what?
I said our subscribers.
My subscriber is becoming our channel now. They asked the two of us. So anyways, so yeah, so last time we answered one of the questions that a subscriber had, and this week, you know, we're supposed to answer two of the questions, but we couldn't do that. So today we'll be answering the second question. But before we do that, there was a subscriber that asked me a question. It's the very first question I had that I thought we're going to discuss, but for some reason I can't really find that comment in my YouTube. Like, it's been a while, so I want us to just quickly address that. I don't think it's going to take time before we move into the second person who sent me a DM on Instagram, right?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so a question was that what should she do? She happens to be in a and I'm just paraphrasing because again I can't really find that comment, but I know it's somewhere in my YouTube. A question is that a boyfriend, or person she's dating rather, is a very serious person. He does not know how to joke, okay, and she does not know what to do. Like, she feels like he's too serious and then, like, he does not have any fun. You know, she didn't really go into details. She just said, you know, dating someone who is too serious and does not like joke, what is your advice? So obviously joke and, you know, being playful is something that the lady likes or she desires, but apparently the person that she's dating is not a jovial person like that per se. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's,
I know I'm putting you on the spot. We've not discussed this, like we've not thought about it, but yeah.
I think it's a question of personality. The person's personality is not a playful person. I mean, we come in different shapes, sizes, psychology and orientation. So this may be the person's personality. However, no matter how reserved a person is, there's something they like to talk about. Yeah. There's something that piques their interest. There's something that they cannot stop talking. No, the quietest person on earth has a topic that finds a way to, you know, bring them out. So you may have to wrap your jokes or your comic stuff around that area of his or her life in order to identify, get the person to loosen up a little bit. Some people don't loosen up on time, so I really can't say much because we don't even know much, but I just know that it might be a person, as long as it's not like it's only to you. When it's only to you, then it's symptomatic of something different. But as long as that's who he is when he's with his families, with his friends and all that, you may have to discover what makes him tick. Everyone has areas of interest. It might be movies, it might be football, it might be politics, it might be finance. The only thing is you may have to develop a capacity or interest in that area in order to carry a discussion. So from that area you'll be able to launch into any other things. It's going to be a gradual process, a painstaking process, if I can put it out.
Indeed, because that's like a lot of hard work.
Yes.
But let me ask, before I even say anything about it, do you think that personality compatibility should be something that you should look out for before you get married to somebody, or before you decide to spend the rest of your life with somebody?
Yes and no.
Why?
Yes and no. The reason I'm saying yes and no is because when we talk about personality compatibility or temperamental compatibility, more often than not, we look for what is comfortable for us, which is usually not the best options for us. Like, if you're a quiet person now, the tendency is you look for a quiet person too. But how do they say, familiarity does not there's a way someone opposite brings out the best, kind of, in people. That's why in a well structured team, whether in business or even in football, is one where different skill sets complement each other to bring a better product. So when you're focused on a complementary personality or personality type, the chances are you would be focused on someone that you feel is good for you and may not necessarily be good for you. Which is why I said yes and no. However,
let me celebrate it. I didn't even think to that extent.
Yeah, not a serious one.
God, please.
However, it's also important because there is a lot of psychology to human living that we do not particularly pay attention to in this part of the world. We don't consider the psychological or emotional aspect of many things about human living. So there's a shift from it. That's why there's a shift from IQ in workplaces to EQ, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, because we found out that a lot of persons are smart, intelligent and brilliant, maybe in their chosen workplace, but human relativity, they are absolutely zero. And we found out that people who knows how to relate with more people when you have a team that are socially connected, it improves their productivity more than their intelligence quotient. So now there's a significant focus on identifying where you fall in the spectrum and trying to understand people. Aside from the temperament thing, the choleric, phlegmatic and all that, there are also people who relate based on birth order. A lot of persons don't know that birth order has an influence in shaping your personality. A first child is predisposed to act in a certain way. A second, a middle child, a last child, a single child. So all of these are psychological standpoint where you examine things. So it's important that you understand some of those things so that when your partner is doing something, you can easily relate. That it's not uncommon that you see that first childs are usually
serious,
more leaders, serious and all that, because more often than not they become quite responsible from young age and all that for their siblings. So they become natural leaders and all that. And the creatives, more last children you find them in the field of creativity. They have a lot of time, a lot of freedom that you do get it. So birth order, so some of these things are important to know. However, in identifying who is more suited to you or to your personality, you may need to consult a professional, because I cannot tell you that this is what is good for you, because I can't do the evaluation for you. But in that way, that's when you know the person that best suits you. Now, for instance, I know where my strength lies. I know where I need someone like my wife to complement me. I know that I can conceive plans, grant plans and ideas, but when it comes to needing a catalyst to prod me into that grand scheme, I need my wife, because when she decides this is what she wants to do, oh yeah, let's go and do it. But there's always a tendency for me to conceptualize that thing and say I'll do it later. So naturally I would go for someone who would enjoy the fact that what a nice plan and I won't do anything. And so sometimes you need someone who, there's someone I know that always says that does not like the wife, that once you tell the wife this is what you want to do, God, everything, if you want to spend money that will not allow that thing to work, she won't allow you. If you want to eat food that will not allow you to do that thing, she won't. Anything that would make that thing not work, she will oppose it. And sometimes it's not comfortable, it's not what you really like, but it's the best for you.
Wow, I think that's really I don't even know what to say again. Like, you have said it all. But if I'm to add from my own little understanding, like my husband said, everyone's personality is different, and sometimes we think what we want, or the person like us is the person who, like, we think that what we want is what is best for us. Sometimes it's not, okay? But then again, I also understand that sometimes, there's a place for, I don't want to be in the house with someone who does not know joke. But just like you said, and I truly agree what you said initially, there's something that the person is interested in. There's nobody who does not have interest in anything, okay? There must be something that the person is interested in. You just need to find a way to make jokes out of those things, or discuss those things, or interact. Let me take, for instance, in my own relationship, I will always give example. A lot of people say, when me and my husband started dating, my husband was a very serious person. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Even though he's a very playful person, but he's not a person that would show that side if you don't give him the environment for him to be able to show that side to you.
I have to be very comfortable with
yeah, very, very comfortable with you. My husband can be in a room like with you. You may have known him for years, but you will always see him as somebody very serious. I think we've mentioned that a lot of people actually assume my husband is a very serious, and he is a very serious person when he wants to be. But I have created an environment that, you know, it can be sitting down, and I think now he has overshadowed me. I used to be the most playful person in this relationship. Now he's not become the most playful person, and the reason is because he has always, you know, it's something that Funke Adejimo said that kept coming to my head when you were saying that inside every man there is a little boy that wants to play. Like there's a little boy that wants to come out and play inside every man, and just like inside every little girl, every woman, there's a little girl that wants to be loved and appreciated and, you know, fondled and stuff like that. You understand? In a good way, fondled, in a good, coddled. Yeah. Anyways, so yes, there's that person somewhere inside. There's that playful person. You just need to know how to get it. At the beginning, of course, like we said in a former video, it's more of discovery, knowing what ticks him, what he likes, what he doesn't like. You know, if it's football, it is not when their team lost that I'll not be making jokes, because I know that night my husband will not eat. You get? So you need to know. King J, don't listen to him. Anyways, you just
I just won't eat before the match is over. But if we end up losing, I'll see it.
Yeah, he says so. But anyway,
which day
let's move on, because it's very interesting now. All the analogy you said today is football.
No, I didn't even say anything about football.
Babe, you made mention of football like 2 times or 3 times.
Yeah, but I also talked about business and all that.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, you need to know what ticks him, what he enjoys doing, and try to bring out that person in him. And it's a journey of discovery. Okay, try different things. Okay, now back I'm sitting down somewhere, like come and start tickling him, or it's just come back from work and I start dancing everywhere like a crazy person, and you'll be like, what did they do this girl? You get, the tickling might not work, man. The tickling does not work.
She doesn't know where to tickle.
Okay, there's no fear. I've not tried.
She won't find it for years. I assure her.
I will find it. Challenge accepted. Anyways, it's not like me any small thing, like I'm already crazy shouting, because I am very, very sensitive to stuff like that. So you see, but if you come back from work and I stop him on the way and I say, yes, who are you looking for, what are you looking for here, who sent you, like I try to bring out that joke so that, you know, it's coming from a stressful day. I don't want it to come into a very stressful environment and stuff like that. Most times, okay, there are times that you come with your stress. I have my stress, everybody face your front. So it's not always like that. That's what I'm saying. But most often than not, when you see the other person is down or something, you know, you just try.
You don't even want to talk to her when she's under pressure. When she's under pressure,
I don't know, joke.
So just you know, make the atmosphere easier.
Why are you opening my okay.
I'm gonna hide yourself. Hide yourself.
I do well under pressure. I just don't do jokes under pressure. Under pressure, I'm very serious. Anyways, what was I saying? So yes, you just need to find those things. We didn't find it in a day. Actually, I can't even say this is the day we started. No, just today I might not know that, oh, dancing is something that would make him laugh. Tomorrow it cannot be dancing. Tomorrow it might be something else. But you just try different things until you find that particular thing that he enjoys, or that will bring out that fun person in him.
Exactly.
So I don't necessarily think it's a reason, unless if that is like the biggest deal breaker for you, okay? Which I mean, it depends on you, okay? What is not a deal breaker to me might not be for you. But if it's something that you've tried, you've tried after years, you still cannot bring the boy in him, you still cannot get him to be that person that you want him to be, and you think it's something that is really going to affect your relationship, it should not be that then you not get married, you not see one guy who is giving you, he's being playful and jovial, and then you start to have feelings for him. It's better you just, cut everything right there before it gets to a point where there is no return. You get.
Yeah, I feel inclined to also add that he may be the right person for you, actually.
Yeah.
Especially if you tend to be
a very playful person,
over playful person. So you need that kind of a person to rein you in, especially as long as it doesn't stifle you, because
exactly
there's
it's not stopping you from being who you are.
There's that part too, that this is who you are, and he's not trying to make you who you're not.
You're not, yeah.
Then that's symptomatic of a big problem. So sometimes it's a whole lot of things to consider. But so if you see that one, it doesn't stop you from, you know, that jovialness or whatever. It just is not the type that, you know, does the same thing. Then there might not be a problem. But if he's trying to stop you from being a happy person, and that happiness, bubbling atmosphere is important to you, then you know it's a deal breaker. Like, I'm not much for, I understand pressure, I understand a lot of things, but there's one thing I can't handle: too much complaint. Like, I don't like anybody, even in the office, someone over complaining about a thing. No matter how happy I am, it just kills my mood or morale at that point in time. I'm a very optimistic person, even though I'm a realistic person. So you have to know, in that wise, you know, if the person is someone that can never compromise that standard and all that, then you'll be able to make the best decision for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, so if people often accuse you of being too playful or too, you know, then you need someone like that to serve as check. Yeah,
and I also think it's almost the same advice with, okay, something I also mentioned in the last video is that you should also evaluate. Is it that it's not playful at all? Like, everything is so serious, it does not want to joke at all, or it's not playful to your own taste?
Yes.
That's when you may want to, like, try to evaluate, okay, he has his moments, but not just as much as I would want him. But again, I always say that whatever you want in your spouse, you have, like, you and God, you know, you have the power to be able to bring it from him. It starts by you doing the things you want him to do. It starts by you asking for what you want him to do, communicating in a way that he will understand, and, you know, doing those things, you know, finding the ways to bring out the friendliness or the bubbly person that, you know, he can be. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to say about that. If you have any addition things that they can do, please leave it in the comment section. I'm sure the person will be really excited to hear from you guys. Okay, all right, so let's move to the other question.